Hey guys, Grauph Nerdmuma. Got a Fruits Basket episode 7.
When spring comes.
We just met our rabbit and resident doctor.
Mm-hmm. Ended with the somewhat ominous phone call asking for
Another phone call.
Toru to come see him because if she doesn't, she knows what happens. So I'm excited for this episode. Right, I think let's just dive on in. There's not much to go into. All right.
Hey, I can't find her. She's gone.
Don't get your whiskers in a knot. She said she was going out to visit a friend.
She never goes out, so what am I supposed to think?
I don't know if I caught that before. Whiskers in a knot.
Wow, this place is huge. I came without telling Soma and the others, just like Hattori said I should. But now I wonder if that was such a good idea.
Toru! You're here, right on time.
I'm sorry, you startled me.
Like an entrance in Elden Ring.
Hari's house is down this way.
I can't believe how quiet it is. Almost like nobody actually lives here. I guess it's sort of peaceful. But it's also making me nervous.
Welcome to my home.
Wow!
I didn't realize the walk here was so arduous.
Oh, it's not. Huh. It's kind of surprising to see a woman's photograph on his desk. He comes off as a really stern person. Is that what he is he going to scold me for being hopelessly incompetent?
Toru? What's the matter? Do you feel sick?
She really is the perfect example, especially in this episode, of what anxiety, like the train of thought that anxiety can lead to you. Like, he's just asked you to come see him, and all of a sudden it's, oh no, is he here to scold me? What have I done wrong? And she hasn't done a single thing.
So, are you a doctor at a hospital? Did you have to take time off to meet with me here?
No. I don't treat anyone outside the Soma clan. I'm the family doctor, though half my job is babysitting its head.
Plus, all of the Somas are super busy today.
Huh?
They're getting ready for New Year's. It's a big event here for us. So outside people will pitch in to help with the preparations too, and not just inside ones.
Outside? Inside?
Yep. See, the members of the main family are on the inside. Remember the tree-lined road? We call the residents of that area outside people. I think there are about 100? 100 of them. There are another 50 living on the inside. And all 150 of us are Somas.
Wow, that's a really big family.
The only people who can live inside are Zodiac members like us, or people who know our secret.
I don't know how skilled you are at math, but that means even within the Soma family, a full 2/3 aren't aware of the Zodiac's secret. Ordinarily, I would have wiped your memory as soon as you learned about it. But Akito hasn't given me the order to, for whatever reason. Tell me, do you enjoy living at Shigere's house?
Yes, I do.
I recommend moving out immediately. Stay away from the Somas from now on. You seem to think our possessed family is fascinating, maybe even delightful. But it's not. We're monstrous, loathsome, cursed. So listen when I tell you. Leave before you regret ever associating with the Somas. Make no mistake, Akito is trying to use you.
Any thoughts on that?
Just the way he used like the word cursed, and still he considers himself part of the family. I mean, has it afflicted him, or I mean, is it he's just a human being, a regular human doctor?
Guess we'll find out. But like, just catch on to like he certainly believes Akito that it's not just, oh, she seems fine, she can know the secret. Like, she's letting this go for a reason.
You should know. Hari is almost entirely blind in his left eye. he used to have a girlfriend. Her name was Kana. She was really nice. They were even going to get married. But Akito got angry. So angry. Said they weren't allowed to get married, then lashed out. As for Kana, she blamed herself. She said it was her fault he got hurt. She felt so guilty she became depressed. Like she'd never be happy again. Finally, Hari decided to erase Kana's memories. Hari doesn't want to see any more people end up like Kana. He doesn't want you to get hurt by the curse like she did. Wait, are you crying? Oh no, did I make you cry? Toru, I'm so sorry.
It's not that. It's just... Hattori is so kind to be worried about me. Whatever happens, I'm glad I met all of you. If it weren't for them, I wouldn't be who I am now.
And me too. Are you glad that you met me?
Of course I am.
See how it's just starting to get a bit more real, I guess. Like it's a bit more now than just who is this Zodiac?
Well, they're personally invested in one another. I mean, they're more family now to her than staying at a friend's house.
I mean, I wouldn't say that necessarily, because Hajime and Uo-chan, she would consider them family. She just genuinely just didn't want to be a burden. But I would say certainly her aunt and cousins and stuff, it's definitely not the same.
They're not family.
No, they're definitely not family. But and the whole thing of Kana, what do you think about that? It's an interesting thought, just is it better when someone's, just completely, I don't know, because it's more than depressed, it's just gone to just erase the memories of why, or see if they would be able to get through it, or is it truly once you're in that state, in this particular show, is it cursed? Was she always going to be that way no matter what? It's interesting.
She blamed herself, but eventually she would have to have come to it clearly isn't my fault.
Right.
The curse and all it's whatever.
So, and Hattori didn't even blame who was at fault.
It's weird that she would take so much blame for it. Personally, just in that state and all of it, all the supernatural stuff going on, that she would take, the credit for his eye getting messed up.
Don't look so glum, you two. I promise we're not using Toru.
Shitten!
Doc Hattori here can be a bit melodramatic. It's a character flaw.
What brought you here?
My gut, it told me to come, Toru. It's a novelist thing. I have a keen sixth sense.
Clearly a lie. You only came to check on the New Year's preparations.
Oh, the common folk are so quick to envy geniuses. With all the worrying you do, it's a wonder you're not bald yet. I keep telling you Akito doesn't mean any harm to Toru, but you refuse to believe me. And now you've gone and scared the poor girl.
Please, it's okay, really. Just knowing you were concerned about me means a lot, thank you. But I'm going to stay where I am for now.
Very well. Be sure to take this with you. It's the camera from the Culture Festival.
Why give it to me?
Our deal. Have you forgotten it already? I told you that if you came here, I would surrender the camera to you. If you don't show up, I trust you know what'll happen.
That's not what he said at all. I was wondering, though, you're a member of the Zodiac too, right? Which of the spirits are you?
No, that's an excellent question, and the answer's hilarious.
I'll call your publisher and tell them every embarrassing thing you've done since you were 4. Right? Lips sealed?
That's one of my favourite moments in the show. I'm going to call your publisher and tell them everything you've done since you were 4. So he is a zodiac. Any guesses?
No.
What would be an embarrassing zodiac?
So the cow, maybe.
Okay.
I mean, if he's embarrassed by it, but
It's such an odd thing thinking of him as being embarrassed by something because of his demeanor.
What would, yeah, just they've been like a reflection of the personality, and he's not a cow.
So, is it true that you're best friends? You and Shigure?
Us? Best friends?
Well, that's what Momiji said, but maybe he was wrong?
I'm stuck with him, that's all.
Yeah. Would you choose to be friends with Shigure? I feel like he's someone that just latches onto you and doesn't let go.
Are you okay, Hattori? What do I do? Water.
The seahorse is a zodiac?
What are seahorses, like, commonly referred to as? Sea dragons?
Oh, really? I never knew that.
Because, yeah, like, it's, modern day society. Like, what you think, you don't really think about it until it happens, but, like, yeah, like, it would be really weird if you bumped into someone and turned into an actual dragon. So what in our current animal kingdom?
This brings back memories.
The little boo-boo on him.
Person to react this way.
It's nice to meet you. I'm Kana Soma, and I'll work very hard to be a good assistant for you.
Right.
I've always found it strange that we've never spoken to each other, even though we're a part of the same clan. You may have heard this before, but you're quite the popular guy on the outside.
Let's get to work, shall we?
It's snowing. Hey, I've got a question for you. What comes of snow when it melts?
The answer to that is obviously water.
The answer is spring comes.
I fell in love, like it was the only logical thing to do.
I love that line so much.
And then, she found out.
What do I do? Water! Wait, hold on! Which kind does he need?
For future reference, putting a real seahorse or sea dragon in the bath like that would kill it.
Got it, sorry. It makes sense. This must be pretty scary, huh? Of course you wouldn't want people to know. Of course you'd keep them at a distance. Especially someone you love. But please, don't get scared. Loving you has made me so happy. I want to be with you.
I wept. For the first time in my life, I felt somehow forgiven. For almost 2 months, life was like the best dream. She smiled and said it was as if I was condensing a lifetime of happiness into a handful of weeks. But then we begged Akito to allow us to marry, and the dream came to an abrupt end.
You think I'll give in to someone like you?
Wait, just calm down! Akito!
Can't even let the curse! You're not wanted!
Please.
We don't need you! You're the one to blame! It's your fault if Hattori goes blind, you hear me?
Kana!
This is all your fault! It's all your fault! It's all your fault! It's all your fault!
She fell ill. No matter what I said, or what I did, the crying never stopped. The curse.
That line, I adore that line so much that I fell in love like it was the only logical thing to do. Really sums up when you can't help it. Like, it just happens. You fall into it.
they got the lighting to reflect it to get the color
Mhm.
palette, all the pinks and like soft
Everything, the way all the visuals followed that one moment of when snow melts, when spring comes, because it's like it's thinking differently as well. He's a logical man, so to have someone in his life just think outside the box a bit more and think illogically, in a sense. The Akito freak out, like, any thoughts on that? Like, why they
I
would
was trying
do
to
that?
think of if there was a dual-minded animal or something, but
Like thinking Akito's one of the like a zodiac that has a split personality. Almost?
yeah, I can't remember if there were any that were of two minds, but like I think in the Western astrology it would be like a Gemini, you know, two personalities,
yeah,
on and off or whatever.
And that's monthly, whereas the zodiac's yearly. Yeah, so yeah, I'm not sure.
Isn't this exactly the type of situation where your little memory trick would come in handy? You ought to wipe the slate clean for her. What's stopping you now? You've never been shy before. Don't you owe her this much at least? To save her from that agony? What she really wants deep down is to be set free from your love.
This wouldn't have happened if only we'd never met.
Am I just getting what I deserve? Is this my punishment for blindly following orders? For stripping away people's memories, regardless of how much pain it caused? Even so, I never imagined I'd have to erase with my own hands the memories most precious to me, from the mind most precious to me.
I'm so sorry. It's my fault. I couldn't protect you. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, Hatori. I'm glad I met you. That hasn't...
Suffer from that neck injury she just got. Like decapitated her from that.
Someone better than me. Someone who can give her the happiness she deserves. I'll do anything. I'll be snow in a world without spring. Frozen until the day I die. Just please. Please.
Hatori! Hatori! Can you hear me? Are you okay? How do you feel?
I'm freezing.
That's because under your coat you're kinda naked.
So you
A poor little innocent heart.
Look, I promise.
saw my zodiac form?
Well, yeah. I don't think it's weird or anything. It's great. And of course, there's a surprise factor. I mean, who doesn't love a good surprise? Oh, your shoes. They're probably back by the stairs. I'll just go and get them.
So, you're finally getting married, huh? Congratulations, Kana.
Thanks, Mayuko.
Well, what's the lucky man like?
Madly in love with him, so don't you worry.
2 years after I last saw her. And she's smiling like she did back then. So, she found happiness. I'm glad. So glad. Congratulations.
I'm sorry. Congratulations for what?
Nothing. Never mind.
Do you see that? It's snowing. No wonder you were feeling so cold earlier.
What comes of snow when it melts?
Hatori? You look sad. Is something the matter?
I'm fine. Tell me, what do you suppose comes of snow when it melts?
Let me think for a second. When snow melts, spring comes. No matter how cold it is now, spring will come again. It never fails. Pretty mysterious, huh?
Yes. It is.
Thanks for walking me to the gate. I appreciate it.
Sorry about the incident.
You're still here? Slowpokes. Now, Doctor, you haven't been behaving improperly, have you?
No, he hasn't done anything.
See you later.
Probably the most proper one out of all of them.
Poor Toru. It was quite rude of him to summon you here like that. But he's not as much of a jerk as he seems.
Not at all. He was very kind to me.
Well, let's get home. All this New Year's prep has me positively famished.
They went full out with the sound and everything.
Shigure.
Hmm?
Will you tell me about the curse? Sorry, it just seems like I should be doing something to help.
And you are, just by being yourself. But for now, I don't think I should tell you anything more. I'm sorry.
After today, I feel like I understand more about the Somas. And also, like, I don't understand anything.
What do you think about that? Like,
What, the drive-by we just had?
well, that whole little bit, like, she feels like she should be doing something about the curse, and he tells her
That's
she
her
already
personality.
is.
Yeah, she's always trying to help. I mean, that's just what drives her. That's her character.
I guess it's true what they say. A kotatsu can put...
I want one of those so much.
Sleeping table.
It's one of the best inventions ever.
Changes how much I want to cherish this. And I will. Today, tomorrow, I'll cherish each and every moment I spend in this house.
We would never leave if we had one of those tables. It is actually one of my favorite bits in a show. I'm trying to think, kind of Suma, I think it's how you pronounce it. There was a moment where they're like, the main guy, he refuses to leave the table. Like, they're doing like everything they can to try and get him out of this table. It's so funny.
いいとは思うが、ちょっとだけ休戦しよう。悪いんだが、二人でこたつの下のマットを持ってこのままトイレの前まで運んでくれないか。お、意外と素直だな。やめ！待て！待て！いや。
But yeah, what do you think?
Like, we got a good, like, family bit of backstory and some more foreshadowing and filled in some gaps and
The
you
actual
see the-
story's developing a bit more.
You see why the doctor's going to care more about her than just a random person. She's reflecting, you know, his.
And you see him opening up just that little bit. You can tell that after Kana, he just closed himself off from any relationships outside of the Soma family. So
It's really metaphor heavy in the show so far. Like, I mean, episode 7.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Had seasonal metaphors. We've had, I mean, animals.
Oh yeah. It's not the case of is there going to be a metaphor? It's going to be what kind of
What are they
metaphor
gonna
it
use
is.
in this one? The plums on the backs.
Right. But yeah, that one. Just to be that kind of person that is willing to carry all the pain of loving someone and they don't even remember just so they'll be happy. I mean, it's tragic, but hopefully we see him start to let go of that a little bit, which would be nice. And that was a big thing, like with Tori thinking the same way. It wasn't, I think it was more than just the parallels of her being like Kana, but just like allowing him to care about someone else that he wasn't letting himself do before. So that's nice. So now we're at cat, rat, dog,
Seahorse.
seahorse, boar,
Rabbit.
rabbit, I think. That's all of them. Yep, I think that's all of them.
So far.
So we're halfway there. Very fun stuff. That's you can see why he's one of my favorite characters. Yeah, other than some simp factor in there, his whole just the character development he has is really interesting, and I love the stoic types and with the unexpected humor, like to the point where no one even really processes that it's humor, like especially in that last episode when he was just throwing burns left and right. It was hilarious. It cracks me up. But because he's still so stoic about it, it's always surprising. It's not usually the goofy ones doing that, so it's a great character. Anything else? All right. Yeah, we're ready for more. Good. Yeah.
All right, keep grinding, guys. Do what you're doing. Just keep grinding.
Bye.